I decided a little video is in order. So here's a little bit about what's been done. Bob asked for a progress report. I know it's kind of looks slow, but I think we're getting somewhere really good. So first of all, we moved this rock over as far as I can get it. So I have more room through here for the falls. The pond is going to come all the way to this point. And then what we've marked on the pond is the various heights. So I'm going to show you. Obviously, the patio is still going to be over here. The wall is going to be all the way along here. So there'll be a wall that goes along here. So the depth at that point will be about 28 to 30 inches. And that's what we are down to right now. So you'll notice these X's here, over and over there. That's my 30-inch depth. Josh did all that today. Above that, we have a 24-inch depth, which is going to be here, and it will continue all the way to the wall here, but the wall needs to be at 30 inches, but the 24 will continue, because this is where the stepping stones are going to sit. There, and here. And then we have a 12-inch shelf all the way along here, so that we can put boulders down in the bottom, a shelf, and then boulders against, or rocks against the wall there. The only place that we won't have rocks is behind the stepping stone here. There we're going to use either these 12-inch or the 24-inch stepping stones on end to give us a corner here. That'll give us the corner so that we'll be able to set the stepping stone to that level. We've set the levels. All those numbers are coming 3 inches lower. The water temperature height will be 3 inches lower than this. So that'll be our water height for everywhere. So when we say 12 inches, we're talking 12 inches below water height, talking 24 inches below water height, etc. So if we come along here, I'm walking on the 24-inch shelf. That's the 30-inch depth down there. If you notice here, the same thing happens. We pop up to the 24-inch shelf. Then we go to the 12-inch shelf here, and the pond will end somewhere in this point right here. And the reason we don't go up to 0 is that the pond is going to end by having a falls. So we need to put a rock here that will be set exactly or 1 inch below the water height. And then that rock will sit here. Obviously, it'll have bigger rocks on either side of it, and that will be the rock that the falls will come off of. Then the falls will cascade down, and I've just started to clean up down in here so that we end up having a small pool that will be, I pulled out the big pine tree here just now, and then your mom stopped me from, or Evelyn stopped me from working because it's 5 o'clock. But the idea here is ground zero will be this step. So the idea is that it'll come flat off of there and then make itself around and head up that way, the pathway will. So our water is going to be at that level or very close to it when it's down inside this gully. And I've got a flat stone that's going here so that you could come off of the pathway, jump onto the flat stone, jump across onto the other side, and then have access to the where the reservoir is. One last bit is over here. So I debated over and over whether to have the pond continue all the way across or to have a false pond, or have double pond. And I finally have decided to have double pond. So we have another shelf here that comes up at 12 inches. The rock wall will continue along here at that 30-inch depth all the way along, and that will be covered by the bridge. So you won't see that wall. It'll be back set from the, or like underset from the bridge. And then on this side, we'll have another liner, separate liner, and it will have rocks against that bridge underneath, and then it'll drop off and then be filled in with rock all along. So it'll kind of look like it's one pond, but it won't be exactly. So with that in mind, we then have, this is set at 12 inches. And that's all right now set at 0 so that it will hold back the water. But we will break apart somewhere in here to have falls going down all the way back down to the reservoir again. I'm just not sure where yet this falls will be. So basically we're going to build this side all complete and then come back and build this side. And we're ready. I wanted to put the first rocks in today, but we didn't get there. So they're ready to go. They're staged. They're right here. These are the first rocks that are going to get put in, and they'll go actually right down in on the reservoir right here, and then we'll build up from there. And that's the plan. So you can sort of see it here. We want to be at 0 along here, and then step up, and then we'll be going into the pond. Hope that makes sense.